Welcome to another deep dive into leadership. My name is Mike Tetro. I'm an executive coach and I lead a Vistage peer advisory group for CEOs. Today we're joined by Erik Wolf from Erik Wolf Live. Now, with a name like that and a company like that, Erik, I've got to ask, what do you do?
I appreciate you bringing that up. I've got, I think, hopefully at least 40 years before I have to rebrand Erik Wolf Live, and then we'll see. Essentially, I'm a marketing consultant. I work with business leaders who small, mid-sized businesses usually, companies that are mature and with traction, but the the thing that I've noticed is that companies marketing is one of the last things that comes in house when you're building a business. Typically, by the time you have a real in-house marketing department, and by that I mean you've got an executive level marketing leader.
Mhm.
Typically you're a $50 million company or better. You've already got finance and accounting in house. You've got your operations in house. You may even have IT in house. You definitely have sales in house. But marketing is sort of the last thing that folks tend to build uh, from the inside. And so when these businesses are growing, they tend to have a marketing leadership gap, and they don't know why they fail in marketing, or why it doesn't work, or why they spend so much good money after bad. And so I work with companies to solve that leadership gap and get them the advice they need, the strategy they need to move their company forward.
Wow. Very good. I've observed the same thing, and there's a certain organic growth that companies go through. And to some degree, they can be a victim of their own success. You grow to a certain point without having to do the marketing, and then you
Right.
kind of get stuck. And to get beyond that, you actually have to get some marketing in. And too often, as you point out, folks don't really understand it. Or I've also observed that sometimes folks think they know what marketing is, but they really don't.
There's
So,
a shopping mentality where business leaders, especially those, and let's be very, very truthful about it. Most entrepreneurs, and between you and me, we know a ton of them. Most people who start a business don't start a business because they're super excited about doing the marketing or because marketing is their core competency. They start a business because they've got a passion or an expertise in a given area, and that's what they build the business around. And so they've got this marketing thing that they don't know what to do with or how to fix it or how to make it work. And what they start doing is they try to start solving it with the checkbook. Like, can I pay to make this go away? So I'm going to go and I'm going to pay a search engine optimization company. And I don't really know what they do, but I feel like if I pay this company that I'm going to now get a whole bunch of leads, and that's going to be magical and it's going to happen overnight. And so I can spend money to make this go away. Or I'm going to get HubSpot, and HubSpot is going to automate automate marketing because, as we know, that's a marketing automation platform. We're going to. Oh, my camera thinks that I was signaling it for something else. I apologize.
too much AI at that
Too
point.
much, yeah, yeah. Sometimes our smart things aren't as smart as we. I hold my two fingers up like that. It's a sign for it to look for my whiteboard.
Yep.
So anyway, um, but yeah, we get the marketing automation platform and we think that, well, now we don't have to do it. It's automatic. And that's how folks tend to think. And then it's like, well, we spent all this money. Why is it not working out? And well, you don't have a strategy. The things that you're spending money on are in no way connected with the goals of the business. You are spending the money without understanding or even having a concept of what you can expect in return.
Hmm.
And so guess what? It's not going to work out. And the more that we do that, the more that it's not going to work out, and the more frustrated we're going to get. This is a true statistic. 4 out of 5 CEOs are mistrustful, or they don't trust their marketing leader. And that's saying those marketing
Wow.
leaders, 74% of them don't feel empowered to do the job that they were hired for.
That
And
certainly seems to tell the story of a broken system.
it's a completely broken system. And until you reach the point as a CEO or a business leader, any kind of top level executive, until you make that decision that you're ready to do things differently, and you're not going to your act of not tolerating this kind of performance by marketing isn't going to be by shaking your fist and screaming about it. It's going to be about doing things differently, and and employing a real strategy, making sure that everything that all those dollars that we send out into the world have a job to do, making sure that the things that we're spending money for have a likelihood of helping us reach our business goals. These are all things that are important. Making sure that the marketing that we send out into the world is going to survive our marketplace. A lot of folks don't even think about that. So this is why we have marketing problems, and these are the problems that I feel that I was put here to solve.
All right. Now, Eric, that's a little bit about what you do. How about giving us some insights into why you do it? Why do you do what you do?
Well, and some would argue it's because I like pain. Um, but uh, aside from what I talk to my therapist about, honestly, why I do it is because, well, number one, I've had a passion for marketing for a long time. I've been in this industry for more than 25 years now. Been properly working as a professional marketer, and I've obviously had the opportunity to see a lot of success, but I've seen a lot of failure too. And I ran a marketing agency for 18 years, and I decided a little more than a year ago that it was time to leave that behind. And one of the big reasons for that was because I didn't feel that I was helping at my highest level.
Okay.
Um, because at the end of the day, what a marketing agency does is marketing agencies, they make stuff. They make stuff and they buy stuff. We we make websites. We write copy. We make graphics. We buy advertising.
Mhm.
We buy printing. We buy direct mail. And so the whole job was wrapped up in the making of things and the buying of things, and the things aren't what helps. The things don't solve that basic problem that exists between a CEO's ears when they're thinking about how am I going to get ROI from marketing this year. And I kind of made the decision that I was devoting my professional 40 plus hours a week to solving the wrong problem.
Ah,
And so I changed because I want to change the way people approach marketing. Especially now, there are so many ways to make things. It's easier than ever to make things. I mean, we're humanity is creating content at an unprecedented rate. And
interesting. Okay.
now we even have AI tools and things like that that are even throwing fuel on that fire. So it's easier than ever to make stuff, and the stuff is more and more commoditized. You're you're not going to You're not going to get ahead in business by building a better website. You're not going to get ahead in business um, uh, by having a great Google campaign. You're going to get ahead by being smarter than your competitors, and that's the problem really that I feel that I am made to solve, and that I am now devoted wholly to solving.
All right, very good. And that kind of leads right into the next area that I'd like to ask you about. What are the top benefits your clients get from working with you?
Um, I would say, well, other than constant exposure to my sparkling personality uh, and rapier wit, I think that what my clients get more than anything is they get someone who's been there, somebody that can truly understand what's broken and why, and actually give them hope that fixing it is a possibility. It's like I get to show people colors that they haven't seen before. It's sort of, if you can recall the first time that you saw like a high definition television,
Okay. Linda
that's
Ronstadt, I can remember it very clearly.
the first thing I can tell you that the first thing that I watched on a high definition television was a football game, and it was, oh my God, it was so sharp, and the colors were so bright and so different than anything I'd ever experienced in anybody's living room before. And that's basically, we struggle with this discipline of how do we market our services,
Mhm.
how do we put ourselves out there, how do we spend this money and make it work, how do we connect the money that we're spending with the business goals that we're trying to accomplish, how are we going to make our customers happy, and there are solutions for all of those things. They've just never seen them before, and that's something that I enjoy being able to do for folks, and I think that that's a big part of why people want to work with me and what they end up getting as a result of that.
Okay. Let's flip the table a bit. That's what your customers get from you. But you're a Vistage speaker,
I
you're a
am.
marketing consultant working in the small and medium-sized business segment. What have you learned from your customers over time?
Oh, that's uh, that's a lot. I can tell you that one thing that people in marketing get a bad name, and I think rightfully so. In some cases,
Mhm.
by being very judgmental. Many marketers will walk into a business and point out all of the ugly babies, and I've, I never thought that that was terribly productive. But what I've learned is that there's a lot to be gained. One of the things that I try to tell people, teach people, is how to listen to your customers and how to let them guide the way that you speak to them, and the words that you use and the approach that you take. There are things that are going to be welcome, there are things that are not going to be welcome. And for all of the times that marketers can say things like this, overall as an industry, we tend to be terrible at listening to our customers. I've really learned the value of meeting people where they are, and understanding that hey, um, I'm not here to bulldoze everything that you've got. I'm not here to tell you every mistake that you've ever made. I'm here to understand your situation and to help you improve that situation. Um, I've learned that marketing as a provider of marketing services, the less judgmental we are, the better. The more understanding we are, the better. And and we're not going to be recognized as experts by essentially trying to bludgeon people to death with that.
No, thank you. And that makes good sense. It's I love the phrase about not being judgmental, and it plays into one of my favorite Ted Lasso quotes of "Don't be judgmental, be curious."
Be curious.
Um,
That is actually one of my favorite TV clips of all time.
um, okay, so I'm a CEO for a small, mid-sized business.
Right on.
What do I see in my business, in my life? What characteristics do I see that would lead me to believe or know that I should reach out and contact you?
Well, it's a good question, and I have I just put a book out. Just actually released this month. We're recording it in January. Regardless of when you actually run this.
Mhm.
Um, so I have a book that just came out, and it's called Everyone Hates Marketing.
That's a catchy title.
And if you're a business leader, and you're a Vistage member, or you've got a mid-sized company, and you have this this frustrating relationship with marketing, and you don't see how it's going to work, and those are the signs. If 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 somebody says the phrase "everyone hates marketing" and you're compelled to raise your hand, that's a sign that you and I should be friends.
Okay. And I've got to ask too, since you brought up the book, when it comes out, where will we be able to find it? Where can I buy it?
You can buy it in all formats, actually, except audiobook. There's no audiobook yet, but maybe I'll fix that. Uh, I've got a face for radio, but a voice for print. So we'll see how that works out. But maybe there'll be an audiobook. But you can get hardback, paperback, or Kindle version all on Amazon.
Ah, very good. Our friendly Amazon store, available at a
Yeah,
computer screen near you.
available at a computer screen near you, anywhere you are. Prime delivery, Kindle Unlimited, it all works.
Yeah. Now, your book will help you live forever, in a sense, and certainly when it's captured by the uh, cloud and all of that. But from a personal standpoint, how do you want to be remembered? What do you want your legacy to be?
Um, uh, Honestly, and that's a heck of a deep question. More than anything else, I want to be remembered as somebody that made an impact with the people in my community, where I live, my friends, my children, the people who know me, the people I work with. I'd like to be um, remembered as somebody who is worth remembering, memorable in that sense, that the things that I have done or said or brought to people's lives outlast me. And I don't know exactly what that looks like, and I don't know if my legacy is going to be through writing books, but hopefully it's passed through my children, obviously, and the people that I am privileged to work with.
Oh, uh, Erik, thank you. Thank you. Now, if somebody did want to reach out to you, what's the best way to contact you?
I am very findable. You can LinkedIn is a really easy way to find me. I'm just LinkedIn, /in/ Erik Wolf, ErikWolf, 8 letters. It's easy.
Hmm.
Or Erik, Erik at EWOLF.live.
All right, very good. And
Easy.
Erik, just thank you again for joining us on a deep dive and sharing some of your insights into the leadership here.
Well, Mike, I appreciate you inviting me, and we've got to stop meeting this way. It's always on a podcast, it seems. You've been a guest on mine, and now I've been a guest on yours. So hopefully, after this, I get to still talk to you now that we've done all the guesting we can.
Well, we'll both be in San Diego at the end
We
of the
will
month,
both.
so
That's right.
hopefully you
We'll
can catch
both be
up
in
there.
San Diego. Good deal.
All
Thank
right.
you for having me. I really appreciate it.
Um, and to our viewers, thank you for stopping in and joining us on another deep dive. As I said at the start, my name is Mike Tetro. I'm an executive coach and I lead a Vistage peer group for CEOs. If you'd like to learn more about Erik Wolf or like to learn more about a Vistage peer group and the benefits to you, please reach out. In the meantime, I look forward to seeing you on our next deep dive. Bye for now.